when I saw this oracle deck for the first time, felt myself seen in this type of tool. And incidentally, the first card that I pulled out of there was an Egyptian goddess, and I'm Egyptian. So
I love it.
it just happens that way, and I haven't told you that. I was waiting to see you again to tell you that, or we could see each other. But I just want to thank you for what you have done, and I am curious to learn from you how this deck came to be.
So there were maybe 3 things that happened around the same time. The first was the Ferguson debacle and Michael Brown being killed, and then a year later, the 4 policemen being acquitted. I was working with a group of Black women at that time. We were doing goddess work. There was no deck in sight. It wasn't a thought, but we were working with the goddess, and goddess was wisdom and energy. And I was meeting with those women on the day that the acquittal happened. And half of us were mothers. And I just remember thinking to myself, oh, this is going to be a hard conversation. It's going to be a doozy. And I mean, it was years ago. I can't tell you at this point what was said in the conversation, but I know that we left with a very clear call to change the way the world sees the Black body.
Mm.
And so for me, I mean, that's one point. At the time, I think my kid was about 5, and something happened in kindergarten during the coloring time, and some kid told him that black was bad. The color black was bad. And he came home and he extrapolated that. And he said, "Oh, mom, today, I found out that black is bad and I'm bad because I'm black." Right. And I was like, okay, so that's the second thing that happens. And then the third thing that happened was I ordered an Afro Cuban tarot Orisha deck. I feel like this was before Amazon Prime because it was more than 2 days. There was some time between me ordering it and me actually receiving it. And there was this anticipation, and I opened it. I'm excited. Rip off the package. I'm looking at the cards. I pull a card, and the first card I pull is Oshun, who is a goddess of love and beauty and art from the Yoruba people of Nigeria. Um, and she's white, like the color of your chair white, and I couldn't, I mean, like glow in the dark white, right? And I was like, okay, hold up. There's some this is not okay.